Hello children, we are going to start with our new chapter perimeter and area. Before we do that, let's understand the basic shapes that we have studied in previous classes. First one is a rectangle. This is generally how a rectangle looks. Now these opposite sides are equal and parallel. Both of these opposite sides are equal and parallel. All the angles, the opposite angles or all the angles you could say are equal. They all are 90 degree. Side AB parallel to DC, all the sides which are parallel is mentioned, all the sides which are equal are mentioned, all the angles because they are equal are 90 degree. Angle A and D, all of those angles together gives you 180. The adjacent angles, the opposite angles or any two angles if you take and sum up, you get 180 degree. Now square means how generally a structure of shape square looks like. Opposite sides are equal, but then square we know it's a special kind of a quadrilateral where all the angles and all the sides are equal. Therefore, we mention here all the sides which are parallel, the sides which are equal, the angles which are equal, the opposite angles, the adjacent angles, addition always is 180 degree. Now here we start with our examples. Now before we do that, let's understand what do we mean by a regular polygon. Now a regular polygon, the word regular means that all the sides are equal. The equality of sides is denoted by this word regular. In geometry, each and every word has a specific meaning. Regular, you might say, how can a polygon be regular? Does it come to school every day? It's not that kind of regularity. It is regular in a sense all the sides are equal, have regular measure of the sides. So that is regular. A polygon, the word polygon means there are multiple sides. There can be three or more than three sides. Two-sided polygon is not a possibility. So 3 plus all the sides are polygon. All the figures which have 3 and more than 3 sides are a polygon. Now perimeter of a regular polygon. Perimeter. Now the word perimeter means outline. You are going to measure the outline, the outer structure. Only the outline, if you take a measuring tape and measure, then that is called as perimeter. It's outline, you could call it as circumference for circle, or even for regular structure you could call it circumference. So perimeter and circumference are equivalent in a sense that they both are outline, measurement of the outline. So that is perimeter. So each word has a specific meaning. When we are studying geometry, you must remember all these words. Perimeter, the outline, the circumference, regular, the equality of sides is shown by this word. Polygon, poly as in many and gon as in sides. So polygon. Now the formula which tells us about the perimeter of polygon is number of sides multiplied by length of one side. Now here the word regular comes into effect. We talked about number of sides. There are multiple sides, so you just count the number of sides, and since it is a regular polygon, you just have to multiply it with any one side, the measure of any one side, that's all. So here this length of one side, why only one side? Because all the sides are equal. So there is absolutely no need for you to measure each and every side separately and add it up. Here, because it's a regular polygon, number of sides multiplied by length of one side. So that is a perimeter of a regular polygon. Now perimeter of a square, 4 multiplied by side. Now regular polygon, because square is a regular polygon, so 4 multiplied by side. The formula comes into effect with our square. Whereas perimeter of rectangle, now rectangle we know only the opposite sides are equal. So twice in bracket length plus breadth, because length and breadth have two different varying values. Therefore length and breadth, when you add it up and then you multiply by 2, because there are two lengths and two breadths. That's why you are multiplying it with 2. This is how the formula comes into effect. So perimeter of rectangle, twice length plus breadth, or twice sum of length and breadth. Now area of rectangle, length multiplied by breadth. We already know why is it so. We just have to measure the length and the breadth and multiply. And similar way, area of square. Now here the square has all the sides equal. So side multiplied by side, that could be side square. Now we would study certain examples before we go ahead with our exercise. Now here the example number 1. A door frame of dimensions 3 meter multiplied by 2 meter is fixed on a wall of dimension 10 multiplied by 10 meter. Find the total labor charges for painting the wall if the labor charges for painting 1 meter square of the wall is rupees 2.50. Now this is a wall wherein you have a door and you have to measure the area that has to be painted. Now area that has to be painted is excluding this door. the area of the door. That has to be excluded, that has to be removed, and the rest of the part has to be colored up. So that is why what we are going to do is we are going to find the total area of the wall and subtract the area of the door from it. So how is it done? Painting of the wall has to be done excluding the area of the door. You have to exclude, you have to leave that part. So therefore, area of door length multiplied by breadth, because you could see that the door is rectangular and most of the cases the doors are rectangular. Exceptional cases are there, but we assume here the door is rectangular and the area of the door would be 3 multiplied by. Now here the area of the door is length multiplied by breadth, so you get 3 multiplied by 2, that is 6 meters square. The area of this door, the area that this door occupies is 6 meters square, and area of wall including the door means entire rectangle. The area of entire rectangle is 10 multiplied by 10, that is 100 meters square. Now then what we do, area of the wall excluding the door. Excluding, we are removing the area of the door from the area of the wall. So what we get, 100 minus 6. So you get 94 meters square. Now 94 meters square is the area that has to be painted. Now here 1 meter square is rupees 2.50. So for 1 meter you have been charged 2 rupees 50 paise. So what about 94 meters? So what we do whenever we have to find the cost, if we are finding the area, then area multiplied by the rate. Now this charge is called as rate. This is the rate. Rate, that is per meter, per meter square how much you are paying. So that is our rate. So this is our rate, and what we do is to find the total cost, we multiply the rate with the area or rate with the perimeter, whatever the question demands. So here 94 meters square. So labor charges for painting the wall is 2.50 multiplied by 94. Rate multiplied by the area, so you get rupees 235 as your answer. Now next example, area of rectangular sheet is 500 centimeter square with the length of the sheet is 25 centimeter. What is its width? We have been given the area and we are asked to find the width and then the perimeter. So to find the width, what we would do is we would divide the area with the length, because area is length multiplied by breadth. So breadth is area divided by length. So area of the rectangular sheet and length, that these are the things that's given in the question, and area of the rectangle is length multiplied by breadth. So B is width of the sheet. Width and breadth are not to be rectangular sheet as 500 centimeters square, and you have to find the length of the width of the sheet when the length is given to be 25 centimeter. Find the perimeter of the rectangular sheet after you find the width that is breadth. So first step would be to write what all things we have and what all we need to find. So what is given for us is the rectangular sheet's area. It is 500 centimeters square and we have been given the length. Now when we need to find the breadth, or in this case width, we have to divide area with the length so that we get the width or the breadth. So therefore what we do is, since area of the rectangle is L multiplied by B, breadth would be area divided by length. So 500 divided by 25, you get 20 centimeter as your width or the breadth. Now perimeter, the formula is twice length plus breadth. So twice length we know to be 25 and breadth we got as 20. So 25 and 20 gives us 45, 45 twos are 90 centimeter. Now the unit of measurement, that is another important aspect when you are solving such kind of questions. Now area always has centimeter square, meter square, kilometer square, whatever the unit, that would be squared. Whereas the perimeter will not be squared, it would remain centimeter or meter or kilometer or hectare or whatever it is. It's only one thing, no squaring, but area has to be squared. So this is how we would write. Now next example number 3. Anu wants to fence the garden in front of her house. On 3 sides the length is 20 meter, 12 meter and 12 meter. Find the cost of fencing at the rate of 150 per meter. Now here we have been given that certain person called Anu has to fence. Now whenever we talk about fencing, we are just talking about the outline of it. Outline as in perimeter. So the question whenever comes as fencing has to be dealt with the formula for perimeter. So here the length of the fence required is the perimeter of the garden excluding one side, which is equal to 20 meter plus 12 meter plus 12 meter, that is 44 meter. One of the side has to be left out. So cost of fencing would be 150 multiplied by 44. So it is going to be 6600, that is 6600. the square of side 10 centimeter if the wire is rebent into a rectangle of length 12 centimeter. Find its breadth or width, which encloses more area, the square or the rectangle. A wire is first in shape of a square, and then we are going to open the square and then refold it as a rectangle, and then we have to find out which one has more area. And first step would be to find the area of the square, and then we would find the area of rectangle. But remember, here we have only length, we don't have the breadth of the rectangle. So what we would have to do, find its breadth first and then find the area of both of it. Now what would happen next? Next step would be, side of the square is 10, and here the length of the wire, the total length of the wire is not being elongated or shortened. The wire is of the same length. That means the perimeter of the square and the rectangle are same. Area enclosed will be different, but the perimeter, because we are using the same length of wire, is going to be equal. So length of wire is perimeter of square, that is 4 multiplied by side, it would be 40 centimeter. Now this is not just the perimeter of square, this is also the perimeter of rectangle. So length of the rectangle L is 12, but B is not given. So therefore we choose a variable B for the perimeter of rectangle is equal to length of the wire. Length as in the total length, which is nothing but perimeter of the square. So we got it as 40. So 40 centimeter. This is the perimeter. Now we have been given perimeter, but we don't have the breadth. So what we do, we put up the values and then see what happens. See, perimeter of rectangle is twice length plus breadth. This is the formula. Now breadth we don't know, so we keep it as B. But perimeter we do know, so it is 40. So 40 equals to 22 into in bracket 12 plus B. So this 2 which is multiplying here will go to the other side. Whenever a number moves to the other side, the opposite of the operation has to be done. Here it is multiplication, so we would be dividing. So what will be divided? 40 will be divided by 2. So 40 divided by 2 equals to 12 plus B. Now 40 divided by 2 we get as 20 minus this 12 goes to the other side. So 20 minus 12. So breadth given would be 8. 8 centimeters are breadth. Now we need to find the area. Now area of the square is side square. The formula tells us that. So 10 into 10, that is 100 centimeters square, and area of the rectangle is L into B. So 12 is 96 centimeters square. Now see the difference in the area. Though the length of the wire that we used was same, but still the area differed. And which one has bigger area? The square. So we write the conclusion here. So the square encloses more area even though the perimeter is the same as that of rectangle. Though we get the same measure of the wire, we still had different areas. So that is how we would understand. So we will continue with the exercise in the next video. Till then, good day. Now, a similar example is example number 5. The area of square and the rectangle are equal. Now, in last question we talked about the equality of perimeter. Here we have the areas which are equal. Area of square and rectangle are equal. If the side of square is 40 and breadth of rectangle is 25, find the length of the rectangle. Also find the perimeter of rectangle. Now, so what would be our first step? It would be to find the area of the square, which is side square, because we have to have the area of rectangle, and area of rectangle is not given in number. It is just told that area of square and rectangle are equal. So what we would do, we would find the area of square, and since this area of square is equal to the area of rectangle, we put that value which we get for this as area of rectangle and then continue with the solution. So area of square, side square. So 40 into 40, that is 1600 centimeter square. Now area of rectangle is equal to area of square as given in the question. So it would be area of rectangle is 1600 centimeter square. We have utilized the same value that we have found. Now area breadth of rectangle is 25. This is again a given thing. So area of rectangle is L into B. So 1600 equals to L into 25. So next step would be 25 goes to the other side. When it goes to the other side, when it moves from RHS to LHS, what happens is whatever is multiplied becomes divided, division. So it is 1600 divided by 25, you get L, and L here is gonna be 64. Now next would be to find the perimeter. Perimeter of rectangle is twice length plus breadth. So twice 64 plus 25, you get twice 89, that is 178 centimeter. So the perimeter of rectangle is 1 centimeter, 178 centimeter, even though the area is the same as that of square. The areas are same, but still the perimeters are differing. Now the similar example is example number 5. The area of square and the rectangle are equal. Now in the last question we talked about the equality of perimeter. Here we have the areas which are equal. Area of square and rectangle are equal. If the side of square is 40 and breadth of rectangle is 25, find the length of the rectangle. Also find the perimeter of rectangle. Now so what would be our first step? It would be to find the area of the square, which is side square, because we have to have the area of rectangle, and area of rectangle is not given in number. It is just told that area of square and rectangle are equal. So what we would do, we would find the area of square, and since this area of square is equal to the area of rectangle, we put that value which we get for this as area of rectangle, and then continue with the solution. So area square, side square. So 40 into 40, that is 1600 centimeter square. Now area of rectangle is equal to area square as given in the question. So it would be area of rectangle is 1600 centimeter square. We have utilized the same value that we have found. Now area, breadth of rectangle is 25. This is again a given thing. So area of rectangle is L into B. So 1600 equals to L into 25. So next step would be 25 goes to the other side. When it goes to the other side, when it moves from RHS to LHS, what happens is whatever is multiplied becomes divided, division. So it is 1600 divided by 25, you get L, and L here is gonna be 64. Now next would be to find the perimeter. Perimeter of rectangle is twice length plus breadth. So twice 64 plus 25, you get twice 89, that is 178 centimeter. So the perimeter of rectangle is 1 centimeter, 178 centimeter, even though the area is the same as that of square. The areas are same, but still the perimeters are differing here. With that, we come to the end of the examples. We will continue with the exercise in the next video. Good day. With that, we come to the end of the examples. We will continue with the exercise in the next video.